Good morning.
Success is not an accident. It is not luck. It is not something that just happens to a few lucky people. Success is a daily decision. It is the result of small, consistent actions done over time, a daily routine that builds habits, discipline, and strength. If you look at any great achiever, an athlete, a business leader, a scientist, you'll find that their success wasn't made in a day, it was made daily. Starting your day with purpose is one of the most powerful habits you can build on the journey to success. When you wake up with intention, you take control of your life rather than letting life control you. Every day is an opportunity. A blank page, and how you begin it sets the rhythm for everything that follows. The first moments after you open your eyes are crucial because they form the foundation of your mindset, energy, and attitude for the entire day. Many people wake up and immediately dive into chaos. They grab their phone, scroll through social media, check emails, and flood their mind with distractions before their feet even touch the ground. This habit sets a reactive tone. Instead of creating your day, you're reacting to the noise of the world. Instead of building your dreams, you're caught up in someone else's agenda. Success requires a very different approach. It demands that you reclaim the first moments of your day for yourself. When you wake up, the first thing you should do is reconnect with your purpose. Remind yourself why you are doing what you're doing. Think about your goals, your dreams, your family, your mission, whatever drives you deep inside. Starting with purpose fills you with motivation that no external circumstance can easily shake. It fuels you from the inside out, which is the only reliable source of strength when challenges inevitably come. One powerful practice is to begin each morning with gratitude. Instead of focusing on problems, focus on the blessings in your life. Think about what you already have, your health, opportunities, family, talents, and let that gratitude create a positive and powerful emotional state. Gratitude immediately shifts your mindset away from scarcity and towards abundance. It puts you in a position of strength because you stop thinking about what you lack and start appreciating what you possess. That mindset is magnetic. It attracts positivity, solutions, and resilience. After grounding yourself in gratitude, take a few minutes to set your intentions for the day. This is different from writing a long to-do list. It's about clarity, deciding what kind of person you will be today and what kind of energy you will bring to your actions. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things I must accomplish today? Focus on outcomes that matter, not just busy work. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things with consistency and excellence. Without clear intentions, it's easy to be busy all day and still end up nowhere closer to your dreams. Another powerful habit is visualization. Before your day starts, visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself delivering a great presentation, finishing your workout strong, having a positive conversation, solving a tough problem with calmness and creativity. Visualization conditions your mind for success. It makes the challenges feel familiar before they even arise, and it strengthens your belief in your ability to win. Elite athletes, world-class entrepreneurs, and top performers across every field use visualization as a daily tool because it works. Equally important is guarding your mind against negativity. First thing in the morning, avoid drowning yourself in news, gossip, or negativity online. Your mind is at its most impressionable in the early hours, and whatever you feed it will grow throughout the day. If you start with fear, anger, or stress, that will likely dominate your thoughts and reactions. But if you start with inspiration, gratitude, purpose, and focus, you set yourself up to navigate the day's challenges with clarity and strength. Develop a morning ritual that nourishes your spirit. For some, it might be meditation or prayer. For others, journaling or a walk in nature. Whatever form it takes, make it intentional and nourish it. Your morning should be a sacred time that prepares you mentally, emotionally, and physically to meet the demands of your goals. Remember, success is not about random bursts of greatness. It is about consistent greatness in small, everyday moments. And the way you start your day is one of the most significant small moments there is. Start strong and you give yourself the best chance to stay strong. In the end, how you start each day is a reflection of how seriously you take your dreams. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you must be willing to do extraordinary things. And one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do is start each day with clear purpose, unwavering gratitude, focused intention, and disciplined action. When you do, success stops being a distant dream and starts becoming your daily reality. Success is never the result of vague wishes or half-hearted dreams. It is built upon clear, specific, and achievable goals that are pursued with focus and determination. Setting specific goals each day is like giving yourself a map and a compass. Without them, you may be moving, but you are likely wandering in circles. With them, every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your true destination. One of the most powerful actions you can take each morning is to decide what meaningful victories you will chase today. Many people have general ambitions. They want to be successful, healthy, happy, or wealthy, but they never define exactly what that means in measurable terms. Without definition, these dreams remain foggy and distant. Your mind and your actions need clarity. If you do not know exactly what you are aiming for, how can you possibly know when you hit it? Specificity turns dreams into plans and plans into reality. Every day, you should take a few minutes to define a small set of achievable goals. These are not just random tasks. They are stepping stones that fit into your bigger vision. Ask yourself, what are the top 2 or 3 things I can accomplish today that will move me forward? They don't have to be huge milestones. In fact, success often comes from stacking small, consistent wins day after day. It's the daily grind of progress, not the occasional grand gesture, that builds greatness. An important aspect of setting goals is making sure they are truly achievable within the time you have. Setting impossible goals for one day only invites frustration, overwhelm, and burnout. The purpose of daily goals is not to exhaust yourself, it's to keep yourself steadily moving forward with confidence. Achievable goals create a rhythm of success. Every time you complete one, you build momentum. You prove to yourself that you are capable, disciplined, and trustworthy. This belief compounds, creating a stronger foundation for even bigger accomplishments over time. Specificity matters at every level. Instead of saying, I will work on my project, say, I will complete the introduction section of my project today. Instead of saying, I will exercise, say, I will run for 30 minutes at 7 a.m. Clarity eliminates excuses. When you know exactly what needs to be done, you cannot hide behind uncertainty. You either did it or you did it. This brutal honesty is essential for real growth. Daily goal setting also forces you to prioritize. Not everything is equally important. Some tasks are urgent but insignificant, while others are crucial but easy to postpone. When you are deliberate about setting specific goals, you must choose. You must separate the noise from the signal. You must decide what truly matters today and let the rest either wait or fall away. This practice sharpens your focus, making you a more effective and efficient person over time. Another key to setting specific, achievable goals is tying them to a deeper reason. If you know why a goal matters, if you see how today's actions connect to your bigger dreams, you are far more likely to stay motivated, even when challenges arise. Goals without meaning become chores. Goals with meaning become commitments. They light a fire inside you that keeps burning even on the toughest days. Writing down your goals makes them even more powerful. When you write them down, you create a visible, tangible promise to yourself. You can revisit it during the day to stay on track. You can review it at night to measure your success. Writing transforms goals from abstract ideas into concrete objectives that command your attention. It's also important to stay flexible. Life is unpredictable. Some days, no matter how well you plan, unexpected events will knock you off course. Flexibility does not mean abandoning your goals. It means adjusting without losing your direction. If a goal becomes impossible due to circumstances beyond your control, replace it with another meaningful action that keeps you aligned with your vision. Resilience is not stubbornness. It is the intelligent ability to adapt without giving up. Success loves specificity and it respects commitment. When you set specific, achievable goals daily, you create a lifestyle of focus, action, and momentum. You stop living reactively and start living intentionally. You stop drifting and start building. Every completed goal is not just a task crossed off a list. It is a brick laid in the foundation of your dreams. Your future is hidden in your daily habits, the goals you set today, and more importantly, the goals you achieve are shaping the person you are becoming. Every day is a chance to vote for the future you want. Set your goals wisely. Chase them relentlessly. Achieve them consistently. In time, you will look back and realize that success was never about one big moment. It was about thousands of small, specific victories, one day, one goal at a time. Your health and energy are the foundation of everything you want to achieve. Without them, even the greatest dreams become impossible to reach. Success demands more than skill or ambition. It demands stamina, focus, and resilience. These qualities are not given to you by chance. They are built through the daily investment you make in your body and mind. Prioritizing your health and protecting your energy is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Many people treat their health as secondary, something they will take care of when they have time. They sacrifice sleep for late night work, skip meals for meetings, ignore exercise because they are too busy, and overload their minds with stress until they are mentally and physically drained. They think they are buying themselves more hours, but they are actually losing far more than they gain. A tired, unhealthy, and stressed mind can never perform at its best. Sluggish energy drags down your creativity, decision-making, patience, and emotional control. Over time, it doesn't just slow you down, it breaks you. Imagine your body as a high-performance machine. You would never expect a race car to win if you never refueled it, never tuned it, and pushed it to the limit without maintenance. Yet many of us do this to ourselves day after day and wonder why we feel exhausted, frustrated, or stuck. The truth is simple. If you take care of your body, it will take care of your dreams. If you neglect it, it will eventually steal your dreams away. One of the most important commitments you can make is to move your body daily. Exercise is not just about looking good, it is about feeling good, thinking clearly, and operating at a high level. Physical activity strengthens your heart, improves your circulation, sharpens your mind, boosts your mood through endorphins, and builds resilience. It teaches your body and mind to keep going even when things get hard. You do not need to train for a marathon or spend hours in the gym. Even 30 minutes of brisk walking, stretching, or strength training can make a dramatic difference if done consistently. Alongside movement, nutrition is another pillar of lasting energy. Your body needs quality fuel to perform at its peak. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and constant caffeine may offer quick boosts, but eventually leave you crashing harder. A diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and enough water provides the nutrients your cells need to repair, grow, and stay energized. Treat eating like a way to power your mission, not just satisfy cravings. What you put into your body today will either charge you up or drag you down tomorrow. Sleep, too, is a non-negotiable part of success. In a world that glorifies hustle and late nights, real winners know that recovery is sacred. Your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, repairs cells, and regulates hormones during deep sleep. Skipping rest to squeeze in extra hours is like burning the candle at both ends. It may shine brightly for a while, but it will burn out much faster. Protect your sleep fiercely. Develop nighttime rituals that help you wind down, avoid screens before bed, and aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality rest each night. Beyond the physical, protecting your mental and emotional energy is just as critical. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every distraction deserves your attention. Every time you allow toxic negativity, unnecessary drama, or endless comparison into your mind. You drain your internal battery. Guard your mental energy like a precious resource. Surround yourself with positive, driven people. Limit your exposure to negativity, whether it comes from people, media, or your own thoughts. Practice mindfulness, meditation, or quiet reflection to reset and recharge your inner world. Small habits, when practiced daily, have the power to transform your health and energy over time. Stretching in the morning, drinking water first thing after waking, taking breaks during long work sessions to move your body, stepping outside for fresh air and sunlight, saying no to commitments that deplete you. These small, simple actions compound into major results. They are the foundation upon which you can build incredible achievements. Prioritizing your health and energy is not selfish. It is the most selfless thing you can do if you want to serve your family, your team, your mission, and the world at your highest level. When you are strong, clear-headed, and energized, you can give more, create more, inspire more, and endure more. You become a beacon not just for yourself, but for everyone you lead and influence. In the end, success demands everything you have, but it also demands that you take care of the vessel that carries you to that success. Your health is your first wealth. Your energy is your invisible currency. Protect them daily, invest in them daily, honor them daily. Because when you prioritize your health and energy, you give yourself the greatest advantage of all, the power to pursue your dreams fully, fearlessly, and for the long haul. Time is one of the few resources we can never get back once it's spent. No matter how talented or hardworking you are, if you spend your days caught up in low-value activities, you will never reach your highest potential. Focusing on high-impact tasks is the secret weapon of the most successful people in any field. It is not about doing more. It is about doing what matters most. It is about identifying the few key actions that make the biggest difference and pouring your energy into them without distraction. Every day presents 100 opportunities to get busy, but very few opportunities to get better. It is easy to fall into the trap of feeling productive simply because you are moving. You answer emails, attend meetings, check your phone, shuffle papers, and fill your schedule to the brim. But at the end of the day, you realize you haven't actually moved closer to your important goals. You have been active, but not effective. This is the trap that destroys dreams slowly, one unimportant task at a time. Focusing on high-impact tasks begins with clarity. You must know exactly what your highest priorities are. What are the few actions that, if completed, would create the most progress towards your goals? What are the tasks that generate results, that solve real problems, that build momentum? If you don't answer these questions deliberately each day, the world will answer them for you. And the world usually answers with noise, urgency, and other people's agendas. One powerful method to identify high-impact tasks is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It states that roughly 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Not everything you do is equally important. A small handful of tasks contribute the majority of your success. Find those tasks and guard them fiercely. They are your leverage points. They are the actions that separate winners from the busy crowd. Once you know your high-impact tasks, the next challenge is to protect them from distraction. Focus is fragile in today's world. Every ping, notification, and interruption is designed to steal your attention. If you do not deliberately create space for deep, focused work, it will not happen by accident. Block out time on your calendar specifically for your most important work. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and let the people around you know that this time is sacred. Treat it like an appointment with your dreams, because it is. Focusing on high-impact tasks also requires courage. Often, these tasks are the hardest, the most uncomfortable, and the most intimidating. It is much easier to stay busy doing safe, simple tasks than to face the difficult work that truly matters. High-impact tasks might involve taking a risk, having a tough conversation, making a big decision, or pushing through fear and resistance. But success lives on the other side of that discomfort. If you want extraordinary results, you must be willing to do the work that most people avoid. Another key to maintaining focus is to start your day with your most important task. Do not leave it for later, hoping you will find time. Life tends to get busier as the day goes on. Your willpower and energy are highest in the morning. Use them to attack the task that will create the biggest impact. Winning the first battle of the day builds momentum, confidence, and a sense of accomplishment that fuels everything that follows. Learn to measure your days not by how much you did, but by how much you accomplished. Did you complete the key task that mattered most? Did you move closer to your biggest goal? Did you make progress that will compound over time? If you answer yes to these questions, you are on the path to real success, even if your day looks simple from the outside. Focusing on high impact tasks also means being ruthless with what you say no to. Every time you say yes to a low value activity, you are saying no to something more important. Protect your time and energy like a treasure, because that's exactly what they are. Saying no is not selfish, it is necessary. It is how you stay aligned with your mission and avoid getting lost in the endless distractions that consume most people's lives. In the long run, it is not the number of tasks you complete that determines your success. It is the importance of the tasks you focus on. Small, consistent efforts toward high-impact goals create transformations that scattershot effort never will. Every day, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or unnecessary? Find that thing. Focus on it. Finish it. Then move on. Success is not hidden in the dozens of little things that keep you busy. It is hidden in the few great things you are willing to give your best. Focus is your power. Focus is your advantage. Focus is the bridge between dreams and reality. Master it, and you master your future. Success is not about what you do once in a while when you feel motivated. It is about what you do consistently, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It is easy to work hard when you are excited. It is easy to be disciplined when everything is going well. But true success is forged in the moments when it would be easier to quit, when motivation fades and when the excitement has worn off. It is consistency and discipline that keep you moving forward when the initial spark of inspiration is gone. Consistency is often underestimated because it is not flashy. It doesn't get instant results. It doesn't feel heroic. Yet over time, it is the most powerful force you can harness. Small actions done consistently create massive results. It is like planting seeds. You don't see the tree grow immediately. You water it daily. You care for it daily, and eventually it becomes strong and unstoppable. That is exactly how success works. The person who wins is not necessarily the one who had the biggest burst of energy, but the one who stayed committed the longest. Discipline is what fuels consistency. Motivation is great, but it is unreliable. Some mornings you will wake up excited to attack your goals. Other mornings you will wake up tired, frustrated, or full of doubt. Discipline means doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. It is making a promise to yourself and keeping it. Discipline is freedom disguised as effort. It gives you control over your future because you are no longer at the mercy of fleeting emotions. Building discipline starts with small promises to yourself. If you say you will wake up at a certain time, wake up. If you say you will work out today, work out. If you say you will spend 1 hour on your project, spend that hour, no matter what distractions come your way. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-respect. You reinforce the identity of a disciplined person. Over time, this identity becomes unshakable and success becomes inevitable. Consistency also demands patience. We live in a world obsessed with quick results. Instant gratification is everywhere, but true success rarely happens overnight. It takes months, years, sometimes decades of steady, focused effort. You must be willing to stay consistent even when the rewards are invisible. You must believe in the process Even when you don't see immediate progress, trust that every action you take is a deposit into your future success, even if it hasn't shown up yet. A powerful strategy to stay consistent is to create routines and systems that make success automatic. Willpower alone is not enough. You must design your environment to support your goals, set up your workspace so that distractions are minimized, plan your workouts and meals in advance, schedule your most important work at the time of day when you are most focused, remove friction wherever possible. The easier you make it to stay consistent, the more likely you are to succeed. Another important part of staying consistent and disciplined is learning how to manage setbacks. No journey is perfect. You will have bad days, you will miss a workout, procrastinate on a project, or fall back into old habits. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is how they respond. Winners don't let one mistake become an excuse for quitting. They get back on track immediately. They forgive themselves, learn from the setback, and move forward without losing momentum. Consistency is not about being perfect, it is about being relentless. Accountability can also boost your consistency. When you know someone else is watching or when you have publicly committed to a goal, you are more likely to stick with it. Find a mentor, a coach, a group of peers, or even just one friend who will hold you to a higher standard. Share your goals with them. Report your progress regularly. Accountability transforms your personal promises into public commitments, making it harder to quit when things get tough. Finally, remember that staying consistent and disciplined is not about punishment or restriction. It is about empowerment. It is about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term comfort. Every act of discipline is an act of self-love. It is saying, I am worthy of my dreams. I respect my future enough to make sacrifices today. This mindset shift turns discipline from a burden into a source of pride. Success is not reserved for the most talented, the luckiest, or the strongest. It belongs to those who are willing to show up day after day, rain or shine, excitement or boredom, success or setback. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. Build the habits that build the life you dream of. Over time, the world will notice. But long before that, you will notice. You will feel the quiet power growing inside you, a force that nothing and no one can stop. And that is the true meaning of success. The journey to success is not a straight line. It is a winding road filled with unexpected turns, obstacles, and lessons that cannot be predicted. Those who believe they can set a perfect plan once and follow it blindly are quickly humbled by reality. That is why one of the most crucial habits for achieving long-term success is the ability to reflect and adjust. Reflection gives you clarity about where you are, what is working, and what needs to change. Adjustment gives you the flexibility to correct your course and keep moving forward with greater wisdom and strength. Without regular reflection, it is easy to drift off course without even realizing it. You can spend weeks, months, even years working hard but moving in the wrong direction. Success demands more than hard work. It demands smart work, and smart work begins with awareness. Taking the time to honestly assess your actions, decisions, and results is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It allows you to stop operating on autopilot and start making conscious, intentional improvements that move you closer to your goals. Reflection is not about beating yourself up or focusing on failures. It is about gathering information, learning lessons, and growing. It is about asking yourself powerful questions. What did I accomplish this week? What did I accomplish this week? What obstacles did I face? How did I respond to challenges? What could I have done better? What small wins can I celebrate? What needs more focus moving forward? These questions shine a light on your woes and help you see patterns that you might otherwise miss. Over time, they reveal your strengths, your weaknesses, and the adjustments you need to make to perform at your highest level. Making reflection a daily or weekly habit creates a feedback loop that accelerates your growth. Instead of waiting months to realize something is not working, you catch it early. Instead of repeating the same mistakes over and over, you learn from them quickly and move on. Every reflection session becomes an opportunity to sharpen your strategy, refine your skills, and build deeper resilience. It turns every setback into a stepping stone and every victory into a foundation for greater success. Adjustment is the natural partner of reflection. Once you see what needs to change, you must have the courage and humility to make those changes. Many people resist adjustment because it requires admitting that their original plan was imperfect. But this resistance is foolish and costly. In truth, the most successful people are not the ones who create perfect plans from the start. They are the ones who adapt faster and smarter when reality demands it. They do not take mistakes personally. They do not cling to old methods out of pride. They adjust without losing sight of their ultimate goal. Adjustment also requires flexibility. Sometimes a path you imagine is blocked and you must find a new way. Sometimes an opportunity appears that you did not expect and you must pivot quickly to seize it. Rigidity is the enemy of progress. Flexibility is the companion of success. When you commit deeply to your destination but stay flexible about the route, you become unstoppable. No obstacle can hold you back for long because you are willing to learn, adapt, and find a better way. Another important part of reflection and adjustment is emotional management. When things go wrong, and they will, it is easy to fall into frustration, self-doubt, or even despair. But if you train yourself to view every challenge as valuable feedback rather than a personal failure, you stay in a powerful emotional state. You become curious instead of discouraged. You ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of saying, why me? This shift in mindset keeps your energy high and your momentum strong, even during difficult times. Reflection also reminds you to stay aligned with your deeper purpose. It is easy to get caught up in daily tasks and lose sight of why you started. Regularly stepping back to reconnect with your mission keeps your passion alive. It reignites your commitment and ensures that you are not just moving, but moving meaningfully. It keeps you from chasing goals that do not truly fulfill you and helps you stay true to your highest values. In the end, success belongs to those who are willing to face the truth, learn from it, and grow. Reflection and adjustment are not signs of weakness. They are marks of wisdom. They are how you turn experience into mastery, setbacks into comebacks, and effort into excellence. They are the habits that transform potential into reality. Every day, take a moment to look back and look ahead. Celebrate your wins. Learn from your losses. Adjust your sails to catch the strongest winds. This simple habit, practiced consistently, will elevate you far beyond the crowd. While others are stuck repeating the same mistakes, you will be evolving, improving, and rising higher than you ever imagined. Success is not reserved for the perfect. It is reserved for the persistent, the aware, and the adaptable. Be one of them. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, is one of the most powerful habits you can develop on your journey to success. In a world that constantly pushes us to achieve more, do more, and be more, it's easy to overlook the importance of pausing to acknowledge the progress you've made. Success isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey, and celebrating your wins along the way fuels your motivation, reinforces your progress, and gives you the energy to keep going. Most people are so focused on the next goal that they forget to savor the victories they've already achieved. The nature of ambition often leads us to look ahead, measuring our worth by how far we still need to go, not by how far we've come. But if you do this continuously, you may never feel fulfilled. No matter how much you accomplish, it's critical to give yourself credit for the work you've already done, for the battles you've already won. Every small win, whether it's finishing a project, sticking to a workout routine, or having a productive day, deserves recognition. These little victories are the building blocks of bigger success. When you take the time to celebrate, you reinforce the habits that got you there in the first place. Celebrating your wins makes you aware of the actions and decisions that are working in your favor, and it strengthens your resolve to continue those behaviors. Every time you acknowledge your success, you are training your brain to associate hard work and progress with positive emotions, which in turn makes it easier to stay motivated, to feedback loop that builds momentum and keeps you engaged on your path. Celebration is not just about indulging in rewards or taking a break. It's a moment of reflection. When you celebrate, you reflect on the effort that went into your win, the sacrifices you made, and the challenges you overcame. This moment of gratitude helps you feel more connected to your purpose and more appreciative of the journey. It reminds you that every step you take, no matter how small it seems in the grand scheme of things, is a step towards something greater. These moments of acknowledgement give you the energy and clarity to take your next step with confidence. Celebrating your wins also combats the negative cycle of self-criticism that many people fall into. There's often an internal voice that says it's not enough, or you could have done more. This voice can be paralyzing and discouraging, especially when setbacks or challenges arise. By taking the time to celebrate your progress, you counterbalance that voice with positivity. You give yourself permission to be proud of what you've accomplished. In doing so, you build a healthier mindset, one that is focused on growth rather than perfection. Another benefit of celebrating wins is that it builds self-esteem. Every time you celebrate, you are reinforcing the belief that you are capable and deserving of success. This strengthens your identity as a winner, which in turn makes it easier to take on bigger challenges and push through difficult times. When you feel good about your accomplishments, you increase your confidence and resilience. This positive reinforcement makes you more likely to take consistent action and push through any resistance that may arise along the way. It's also important to celebrate not only the big milestones, but also the everyday achievements. Sometimes success is about getting through the day, staying committed to your routines, or making small improvements that add up over time. These micro wins are just as significant as the major victories. They show your dedication, your discipline, and your willingness to move forward even on the days when motivation is low. Recognizing these small successes gives you a sense of accomplishment that propels you forward even when the larger goals seem far away. Celebrating your wins is a form of self-care. In the hustle and grind of achieving big goals, it's easy to forget to take care of yourself emotionally. By making time to acknowledge your efforts and progress, you practice self-compassion. You honor the hard work you've put in and give yourself credit for the perseverance and effort that led to success. This kind of self-recognition is an antidote to burnout and discouragement. It helps you stay grounded and reminds you that success is not just about what you achieve, but also about how you treat yourself along the way. Finally, celebrating your wins sets the tone for future success. Success breeds success. And by making a habit of celebrating your victories, you create a positive mindset that attracts even more opportunities. When you reflect on your progress and celebrate your achievements, you signal to yourself that success is possible and you are capable of reaching your goals. This positive reinforcement not only fuels your own confidence, but also inspires others around you. As you celebrate, you create an environment where people are encouraged to celebrate their own progress as well, creating a ripple effect of success. In the pursuit of greatness, it's easy to forget that the journey is just as important as the destination. By celebrating your wins, you honor the process and recognize that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your dreams. The success is not about rushing toward the finish line. It's about enjoying the ride, appreciating your efforts, and staying motivated to keep going. Celebrate your wins, for they are not just markers of success, they are the fuel that keeps your passion and drive alive. So, starting today, design a routine that honors the person you are becoming.